Hey Andrew, Coach Jeff here. I appreciate you getting the video to me. I appreciate you editing it down. It could be a little wider. I'd like to show you talk to you about getting in and out of corners, but for this analysis, I want to go over one technical thing, and then I want to talk about just very core, basic tactics and strategy. And as an overwhelming theme, we could entitle this, the little things, because that's really what it is. And I'll get to that in a second, but first what I want to do is, by the way, you're playing good tennis. You're playing very solid tennis. So congrats on that. You're putting the time in, and obviously at this point you'll already kind of have some college coaches going after you and stuff, and that's a privilege. But let's start with the serve, Andrew. Tennis is all about time and position, and you just don't have much time in tennis. Less than 2 seconds, a little over a second in between shots, less than a second after you hit before you have to hit again. Don't quote me on that, it might be a little over a second, but there's a few reasons you don't need the toss this far to the left on a kick serve out wide, even on the backhand side. One is when you fall over like this and you have to save yourself with this back foot, and this back foot goes back down like you have it here, that's an extra step. That's an extra step you're taking. So you had to adjust your feet. Now you're further out of position. And obviously, this guy hits a good return, so this is a good demonstration. It won't always be that good of a return, but even if it's not about just getting to the ball. It's about getting to the ball with time. So when you fall over like that, and here's another example. Now watch how you'll see it over on the far side there. You kind of have to put that back foot behind you to kind of save yourself, and then you can start getting back in position. So again, you got to the ball, barely, but could you have gotten there earlier? The idea on movement, Andrew, and I know you like to run, the idea is to not have to overrun the ball. If you have to hit and then take 2 steps, it means you didn't get there early enough. The idea is to get there and plant with the correct foot, and then you can come back. But anyways, serve, you don't need it that far to the left. It does come a little to the left, but also lower back. This one on the left is slowed down, so it's going to be a little ahead of you, but the contact's the same. It's a little to the left. It's on the inside of the hand, but it doesn't need to be that far over in order to hit a wide kick serve. As you'll see here, Roger hitting a perfectly fine wide kick serve without doing that. The other thing is injury, Andrew. Lower back, you just put a lot of pressure on your lower back. But I know you like to work hard. You don't care about if it's harder, but you want to be efficient. You don't want to work hard. You want to work efficiently. So all your effort is put in a good place. So yeah, it's just unnecessary. Standing out wide, tossing out far to the left. You can turn more. You can coil your body more under the ball. If you want to hit this out wide serve, you can toss a little bit more to the left, and you can strike the ball, most importantly, while the racket's on the inside of the hand. That's kind of the key thing there. When in the swing you pronate, but you don't really need it that far left. So just stop doing that. Furthermore, I just want you to understand, this is why it's so important, and this is by no means saying anything negative about your opponent. He's a very good player. He as well will be able to play college tennis. He gets it. He gets the most important part about tennis is getting the ball back. He's consistent. He has solid fundamentals. He's going to be tough for a lot of people to beat. But when we talk about getting into the top 50 in the country, which is your goal, little things make a big difference. This is a short backhand return. And if you were to play a player who's top 50 in the country, in my opinion, this point's over. He is going to absolutely devour that ball cross court, off the court. I mean, you're going to maybe reach for it. So this one, he hits a good ball, but it's a little deeper. You'll expect the higher level player to have a little more angle on it. And this is just one of those examples, Andrew, where you're so fast, you get yourself out of trouble so much. But when you win a point like this, you don't want to be happy about it. You don't want to be happy about it. Right now, you're going, sweet, I won the point. You need to be thinking 4 balls ago where you're like, holy crap, I hit that backhand return short. And then you need to make note of that. And then at your next practices, you need to be like, okay, I need to get more depth and pace on my ground strokes and on my return to serve and your ground strokes, which is one of the themes of this analysis. But basically just, it's the little things. And again, I'm not telling you, you got to hit the ball 20 miles an hour faster or 5 feet deeper. Here again, this is a ball. This is a return to serve where your opponent has time to set up. Again, and he can remember this too, he needs to work on his putaways. One thing you've done well is when you get these short, high balls, you're angling them off well. He's not doing that, so he needs to do better at that. But he hits this ball kind of deep down the middle. That's not happening when you go to these L2s and L3s. The point's over when you hit a return like that. And he just missed it long down the middle. But you get away with stuff with certain players that you're not going to get away with when you get to higher level tennis. And you need to be aware of that. You need to seek out these higher level players because the speed of the ball matters. And again, it's not like you got to hit it a ton harder, but you got to be aware, that's where you should be reaching and trying to improve it. There's nothing fundamentally in your game. Yeah, your backhand, your shoulders still look a little tight. Your forehand backswing's a little big. You need to fix that toss on your serve, but there's nothing huge in your game that's holding you back. There's pros on tour in the top 20 in the world that have worse fundamentals than you do. So you need to be thinking about the little things. Can I get an extra 3 miles an hour on my return to serve? Can I get an extra 2 feet of depth? And it's gonna make a world of difference. So again, this ball here, I just don't think you were punished enough for it. And you gotta start being aware of that. Now let me show you what the difference is when it comes to the speed of the ball. I like this point because they're kind of back to back. Watch this return to serve. He has time to organize both his feet, step in the ball. Look how many little steps he gets in before he gets to hit this ball. Look how long his racket's waiting back. And again, he didn't do what a lot of players will do with that ball. And now watch this one. He kind of just gets there in time to hit it. So this is what you want, the position you want your player to be in more. Or I think really what I was trying to prove with this is that this is how you're going to win points. You're going to just hit a bigger, deeper ball that creates errors. You're not going to win points by waiting so patiently for that put away and then angling it off. You're going to win a lot of points just with hitting a harder, deeper ball. Now this is the one I was talking about where you see he has time to set up. Watch his feet. Watch how many little steps he gets in. And it's really a mental, cognitive position that he's in where his brain gets to analyze, okay, where do I want to hit this ball, And again, that's where higher level players, and he could be there very shortly, but the ball's just not going back deep, light down the middle. Now watch this next one you hit, you'll see the opposite. Watch how he really only has time to get that one back foot planted, and as his racket's back, it's kind of coming, it's deeper, and he just kind of has to get it back. That's the position you want your opponent to be in more, is where they're just kind of reacting to your rally ball, not I have 2 feet in position and I want to really demonstrate it. So anyways, long story short, hit a bigger ball. Learn to hit a better return, better ground strokes, better rally balls, deeper, slightly harder, a little bigger. Loosening up on your backhand is going to help. Turning more on your forehand, just swinging faster. You can keep your targets big, but anyways, that's really the theme I wanted to get through to you, Andrews. It's the little things. Find better players to play against. You need to get punished for these weak ground strokes, weak returns. And then you'll start reacting properly, reaching properly, where you're like, okay, I need to get this return a little bigger, a little deeper. And then in the future, very shortly, I'm going to make a video for you and other players like you, just how to train. You know, there's about 8 or 9 shots you should really be working on properly, either every practice or every other practice. I'm going to put that soon. Anyone else watching the video, if you want your tactical analysis, please get in touch with me. And please subscribe for that video so you have those training routines down. I've done a lot of work for fundamentals because everyone needs it, but you're one of the few players that's put the work in your fundamentals and you don't need it so much. But anyways, I hope it helps. I hope this enlightens you on where your mindset should be at when it comes to what do I need to get better at. And it's nothing major. It's the little things. So anyways, thanks for your time. Talk to you later.